My coworker tried to get me fired. So I exposed her in front of HR. I used to believe the workplace was full of adults. Then I met her. Her name was Paige, and on my first day she acted like my best friend, showed me where the coffee machine was, added me to the group chat, even said, "Stick with me, and you'll survive this place." Worst advice ever. Within a week, she started doing little things that felt off. If I submitted a report, she forgot to pass it to the manager. If a client emailed me, she accidentally deleted it from the shared inbox. If I asked a question, she'd loudly say, "You should already know this." But I told myself she was just stressed. Then she made it obvious. One morning, HR called me in and said a complaint had been filed against me. Someone claimed I missed deadlines, ignored instructions, and was rude to clients. The report was detailed. Too detailed, because everything in it was something Paige had sabotaged. I walked out furious, but I pretended to stay calm. If she wanted a war, she picked the wrong enemy. I spent the next 2 weeks gathering evidence. I documented every task, saved every email, recorded every interaction she had forgotten to mention. And the best part? Our office had security cameras everywhere. Then came the day she pushed too far. A huge client presentation, one that could earn me a promotion, completely vanished from the shared drive. And who had access to delete it? 3 people. Me, our manager, and Paige. She came to my desk with her fake sweet smile and said, "Oh no. Did you forget to save it?" That's when I knew I was done playing nice. I walked straight to HR with a folder thicker than a textbook. Emails showing her deleting my messages. Timestamps proving I submitted work she lost. Screenshots of her taking credit for tasks I completed. And finally, security footage of her sitting at her desk, opening the shared drive, and deleting my presentation at 2:14 p.m. HR's jaw dropped. They called her into the office while I waited in the hallway. For 40 minutes, I could hear raised voices, followed by Paige bursting out of the room, red-faced and shaking. She didn't come back to her desk. An hour later, HR called me in again. "Thank you for your patience," they said. "We have terminated her employment effective immediately." Terminated. Not warned. Not suspended. Gone. My manager apologized. HR apologized. Even the director apologized. The next week, we landed another huge project. And guess who they put in charge? Me. When the team congratulated me, someone joked, "Paige must be screaming right now." I shrugged. She screamed enough in HR. I think she's done. Revenge doesn't always require yelling. Sometimes all it takes is letting people expose themselves with their own actions.